president saw his daughter being bullied at school, but his wife was chatting and laughing with her lover at the school banquet as if nothing had happened. He could no longer endure it, and directly rushed to the banquet with his daughter. The wife was frightened and at a loss because she knew well that she would be sent to jail by her husband. It all began not long ago. The busy president suddenly received a video from the teacher. The video showed his daughter being tortured. Seeing this scene made the president furious. He hurriedly asked his assistant to investigate the situation, and rushed to the school himself. But as soon as he arrived at the school, the teacher told him that his daughter had been expelled. The president was instantly enraged upon hearing this. He pointed at her and cursed her out. Then a man standing nearby directly came up and punched him, cursing him for being an irresponsible father, and claimed his own wife was the CEO of Marshall Group. The president immediately understood that the man was his wife's lover. Just as he was about to reveal his identity, the people around began to insult him. The crowd's jeers left him no opportunity to explain himself. The lover thought the president's luxury car was brought by the wife. In his fury, he picked up a hammer and smashed the million-dollar car to pieces. The president angrily called his wife to come to the scene. At that moment, the man who was smashing the car found many expensive watches in the trunk. She was stunned and handed one to the man. Thinking it was fake, he smashed it at the president without hesitation, and the watch shattered into pieces on the ground. At this point, the president's wife arrived at the scene, but she did not even notice the president who had been knocked down. Instead, she was directly pulled away by her lover. The president struggled to stand up to comfort his daughter, silently determined to make his wife pay the price. An hour later, when the wife was preparing to call the president, she turned around and saw that the president and their daughter were standing right behind her. She was scared out of her wits. The president questioned her about her infidelity, but she feigned indifference, claiming it was impossible for her to betray him. Then she found an excuse to leave the scene. Not long after she left, the president immediately called his assistant, asking her to gather all the evidence of his wife's crimes and infidelities. This time he was determined to make her face the full force of the law. At the banquet, the wife held her lover's hand, boasting about her future plans for the company group, drawing rounds of applause. Just as she was getting carried away, the president arrived at the scene with all the evidence. She was so terrified that she dropped the microphone in her hand. The president picked up the microphone and handed it back to her, demanding that she admit to her infidelity in order to maintain her status and wealth. The wife refused to admit any such fact. Instead, without hesitation, she slapped her lover in front of everyone. The lover still did not realize he was merely a tool. He forced the woman to acknowledge his status, but not only did she refuse to support him, she even ordered him to compensate for the damage to the car and the broken watch. When the lover heard that the compensation amounted to $3 billion, he was utterly shocked.